Welcome everybody. Here I'm going to talk about a question that is really common when people are looking at maybe getting into freight brokering or an agent interested in transitioning over to a freight broker. We get it a lot from dispatchers, transportation managers, and it's an honest question. How much do freight brokers make? And we're going to go through here and break it down a little bit for you guys. There are obviously a multitude of factors that come into play here when we talk about this, so let's get into a little bit here. How motivated are you to grow your business? Are you interested in just making enough? Are you interested in, enough for you, like you or you and your family? Are you interested in growing and employing a whole bunch of agents? Just keep in mind that whatever length of success you are interested in going to, all it is very simple business principles repeated over and over again. Now, are you by yourself or are you with other agents? If you're alone, it's probably going to cost you about $500 to $1,000 a month to run your business total. But after maybe 3 to 6 months, when you have an established client base as well as consistent carrying capacity, you should definitely be able to manage 5 loads a day on your own. Honestly, you might have to do some billing on Saturdays if you're going to be all by yourself doing it here, or put in an hour at night when you're done working. But 5 loads a day, let's say you're going to average about $300 for all of those loads. Average again. You're looking at $1,500 a day, which is going to come out to about $7,500 a week. And that's not a bad paycheck at the end of the year with $375,000. Now, the important thing to keep in mind here is that you need to be persistent throughout your day. I know it feels good when you book a load and make $500 on it, but you can't relax. It's not worth it at the end of the day. So create an environment that pushes you. For me personally, it is a lot of who I'm surrounded with. Am I around people that are really driven and are going to push me, or am I around people who are going to settle at noon because they've met their quota, which is a bad idea because the next day you might not make anything. Obviously, if you open a freight brokerage, you should want to add agents to your company. Agents on average are going to make about $50,000 to $100,000 a year. That's after you take 30% of what they're making all the way up to 50% of what they're making. So keep in mind that you could hire 5 agents and bring in anything from $250,000 to $500,000 annually for yourself. With the right training, any agent can do 6 figures. Any agent can do 6 figures, and they're, just completely lazy. But something that you should consider to ease some of the stress on yourself, actually the next couple points here, you should hire people to manage agents in the daily work that they're doing. Maybe one manager for every 10 agents. That's a really personal thing that you're just going to have to deal with in your business, but you can do the math as far as how many people somebody can handle and how many people they cannot handle. You will also want to implement an accounting team. Not freaking CPAs, but people who can count. Just somebody that is going to be able to handle reading a bill, paying the bill, and billing another company, because that's most of what you're going to do as a brokerage. Now, to answer the question, how much do freight brokers make? It depends is the most common answer that you will come across. The reason for that is because so many people fail at it. Too many people fail at it. Guys, this isn't a hard job at all. It's the quality of your performance. Be proactive, have everything spelt out clearly in your contracts and policies, and don't make silly mistakes. Pay attention to the details. That ability to be detail-oriented is something that's really going to separate you from the competition, as well as your ability to network. Now, just saying network seems a little vague. What I mean when I say networking is pick up the phone and actively build relationships. Just empathize a little bit with people here. Obviously, you would appreciate it if somebody picked up the phone and called you and found out how they could be an asset to your business. Do that same thing for other companies. The other necessity you're going to have are basic communication skills. If you put in a honest amount of effort and are capable of having a conversation with another human being on the phone, you're going to do great. But keep yourself in check a little bit. Don't over communicate with people who are not of value to you. And the only way that they are of value to you is if they are making you money hand over fist. Otherwise, they're a waste of your time. Move on to somebody else. If you're looking for more help in that area of finding good freight and making more money, you should definitely check out our video, How to Make More Money as a Freight Broker or Freight Agent. I'll put a link in the description below. But guys, like I said, this is not complicated stuff at all. It's completely performance based. The motivation doesn't even have to be insane. All you have to do is understand that you are going to be applying very simple business principles over and over again. Another reason that this scale varies so much is some people, nobody should fail at this. Nobody should fail at this. If you are not confident at all, or if you don't have complete and total confidence, definitely join a freight broker training school. And whether you know what you're doing or not, you have to be persistent. That is a huge determining factor for really success in anything, but especially with a brokerage, because you're just going to have to pick up the phone to actively build those relationships. But that's it. Check out the description below for a coupon code for our freight broker training course at logisticsacademy.org.